tell me if you agree that this loving is true? I said, tell me, baby, won't you tell me if you can see me in your future too? Do you feel like I feel?
All right, and we are back for another amazing matchup that we are going to bring to you. We have Firebirds Team B taking on Marywood, and I am Joseph Voice, and I am here with
the bearded man, back in the seat. It's been a little bit, but I'm happy to be back. Not so much for I'm not experienced with Rocket League, I will warn you, but you know, those who have watched Overwatch and Rainbow Six know that I like to have a little bit of fun, so I'm excited to be here, happy to be here, and happy to be joining you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't know how to feel though. Your beard is a little bit better than mine.
It's
I'm looking at this screen and I'm like,
it's actually shorter than the last time.
Blaze, I need you back here. My beard is outmatched.
There's a reason why, you know.
Well, let's see if these players can be just as outmatched as well. So this should be a good matchup. We're just getting ready to get everything together. Team B, a little bit of a rough matchup on the first match against the Dalhousie's. However, I think they're going to come back strong.
Oh yeah, I mean, seeing that game, it was simultaneously close and not close. It was a 3-1 loss. However, every single one of those matches was so close. It was usually a 1 point difference. I think there might have been one game that was a 2 point difference, but it was definitely not lost without a fight. So I'm confident for this one. Hopefully we can see.
Yeah, I mean, the one match that we saw, I mean, literally they had it right on the fringe to be able to hit overtime, and it just kind of fell short. A little bit of miscommunication in front of goal, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, going into this next matchup, I don't see that level of miscommunication happening. I kind of saw them going a little bit back and forth there, you know, in the arena a little bit, kind of talking things through. But I definitely think that they have a different level of focus going forward. I don't know what Marywood has to offer, but I'm going to tell you right now, Firebirds all day, from what we've been seeing, have been firing on almost all cylinders, and regardless if it's A team, B team, C team, they are all here to show up and show out. We don't know who is going to end up at the end of this bracket, but if people keep on fighting the way that they're fighting and clawing and nailing towards the end, we might see some Carthage, maybe versus Carthage, going forward.
I'm hoping. My bets right now, all three teams in the Final Four. I'm excited to see it, especially the fact that it's our inaugural season. Having three teams in the national championship is an achievement in itself. So regardless of the outcome, I am so proud. Everybody is so proud of these guys. So I'm so excited to see what we do in the future, regardless of the results in the next few days.
Definitely, and I'm a little jealous because I don't have my threads for my wear on. I got my WCRL though, guys. If you guys haven't checked out the WCRL, this is also a great place to come and check out. I'm just gonna let you know we're doing a lot of good things in Rocket League. And we're going to continue to keep on growing. We give a huge shout out to Carthage and a lot of the other teams who have helped support us this last season. Carthage stepped up, even donated an award towards the WCRL championship that we held. Definitely just want to thank everybody for, you know, coming out, being a part of that, spread out throughout the state. The representation that we've had around has been absolutely phenomenal. I was out at state competition yesterday, and the energy, I'm telling you, I don't even think this room is big enough to hold the amount of energy that was in that arena, because it was crazy. It was really awesome to watch. And if you guys don't know it, we have some amazing talent coming up from the high school level. And I know, you know, Coach Palmer was out there yesterday, you know, running his rounds, talking to everybody, doing his thing. There's probably about like 4 or 5 other colleges out there as well as being at a college. And the arena, man, their entire facility at Northern Technical College was absolutely beautiful.
I saw so many pictures of it. It was amazing to see. And it was amazing to see all of these colleges get together for a common cause to continue to have these students who are so talented at these games to continue in this field.
Definitely.
It is always amazing to see people come together for a common cause like that. And I know that Wisconsin itself has so much support. We have the WCRL. We have, you know, the Wisconsin R6 League that's been starting. We have
Milwaukee Esports Association.
Milwaukee Esports Association. Wisconsin itself has such a strong presence right now and hopefully we continue to reign supreme, you know?
Hey, you know, I mean, in every Olympic race, somebody has to hold the torch for a little bit, and I think maybe we might have been the one starting out the race to kind of get a lot of the traction. I know Illinois got a lot started in the beginning in terms of kind of get high schools and some college representation, but us in Wisconsin, with the help of like Wayzata and a couple other conferences, has really helped take it to that next level. And as we, like I said, as we kind of get ready to, you know, kind of settle down and get ready for this matchup, it's definitely going to be one to remember. So here we go. Hoke's going to come on out, try to put it in front of goal, gets knocked on down by the defender and thrown on in by I won't accept that, but will he? He is already starting off fresh and ready to go. Not the same outcome we saw from the last matchup.
That was amazing. 6 seconds right away. Just showing their strength right away is so exciting to see.
Ooh, demo right there by Jake Nader. Take out, I won't accept that. Maybe he's feeling a little salty from that quick goal to start out the game. Hoke trying to put on front for Dadson, and Dadson knocks it on in.
Oh my God.
That's the man right there. I love you, Dadson. I love you, buddy. Keep up the great work. Firebirds Team B jumps out and ahead with 4:42 left on the clock, 2-0.
They are back with a vengeance after the series earlier today, so exciting to see that. Hopefully we'll see another score very shortly.
All right, Dadson trying to push it on down, faking out the defender, getting a good touch there to kick it out for Hoax, trying to put it out in front, and it gets knocked away by K Yellow. I'm going to say that. That's how we're going to say their name today. I won't accept that, is doing just that and kicking it away, trying to get it, losing himself just a little there, not being able to get the turnaround he needed. Dadson barely missing the mark. I won't accept that. This is dangerous. And Hoax knocks it away. You got me nervous there. J. Marsh trying to get the defend there, but barely missing it. Getting on up on it, trying to get a shot on goal. I won't accept that. Right there to knock it away. Just barely missing it by the hair of his chinny chin chin, almost knocking it in.
They are definitely back and more aggressive than we saw earlier today. They know what to fix, and it's very clear that some of these new strategies are working right now. So hopefully they can keep up this momentum and solidify their lead right away.
Definitely. You could, like I said, we heard them in the arena earlier after that earlier loss, and they definitely were going back and forth talking game plan. I think I saw them for probably a good like 20 minutes looking at the replay and just really figuring out how to make this work.
Is that a hat trick?
I don't think it might be. It might be. I won't accept that.
No, that's
two goals. Guys, I want to wear my hat. I need to represent for JT Entertainment. I'm telling you guys. You guys are making it hard for me, guys. All right, Hoax getting right up on top of it. Great start to the match right there with that. Jake Nader trying to push it away. I won't accept that, jumping on top of that. His name is so fitting right now because he is not accepting anything other than his own victory right now.
Oh.
Dadson trying to make a play, but J. Marsh there to kick it away. Another opportunity, but I won't accept that. Puts it in front, and Hoax barely just misses by hitting the top crossbar. Dadson trying to put it back on goal. He's got no teammates there for help at the moment. I won't accept that, trying to make a push. Jumps ahead a little too early. And unfortunately, I won't accept that. Must have been feeling pretty bad for the other team and wanted to help out Marywood. He said, you know what, guys? Here's one from me. We're going to walk away from that and pretend like it didn't happen. Let's get back into this with 2:49 left on the clock. It is 3-1. Shake it off. Here we go. Jake Nader grabs control in the corner, trying to push it out to his teammate, but gets an awkward leave off the wall. Gets it down to J. Marsh, who knocks it across for Dadson. Doesn't look like it is a good enough hit to get it into goal. Gets knocked away. K Yellow gonna drive into the corner. Awkward hit. Hoax grabs and tries to drive it away. J. Marsh gets right in his face, staying on top and trying to set up his teammate for Jake Nader, who goes just wide of the goal. Is there anything in this game that you're seeing from either team at this point that's going to be the difference maker going forward?
I think it's just some of those really key saves that Carthage is getting. Having those last minute plays where they can get right into the ball, right in front of the goal, is definitely helping out with their defense. And Marywood, definitely more aggressive now. After those 3 goals, very, very aggressive, keeping the ball on Carthage's side, but Hoax goes back in and gets it right away.
We almost had the hat trick, but I won't accept that. But
Which, okay, technically he scored a goal, so therefore...
I mean, realistically, he does have, I guess, a unconditional hat trick, we'll call it. So maybe I'll flip my hat inside out or something, make it like a rally style.
What's protocol at?
Do I like cut my hat in half? It's half of a hat trick?
Well, hopefully we do see a genuine hat trick. I don't know. After that, we'll just start making up terms for that.
I won't accept that right there.
I told you. I told you. I'm like, it's bound to happen.
Guys, we're just going to start writing the story now.
He felt bad. He's like, I won't
accept that. Took every note out of PD's book. I got it.
I think he definitely is accepting this at this point.
He's
like,
very
I need to make sure you can't wear your hat, so I'm accepting that.
Oh, man, he said, you know what? I won't accept the fact that I have a hat trick, so I will get a hat trick indeed. K-Yellow gonna drop it out from the corner. Hoax right there and a good demo, but I won't accept that. Gets knocked away by J. Marsh. Good defend, and K-Yellow right there to knock it away. They are definitely trying to stay a little bit more on point in front of goal for the Marywood team, but unfortunately, just again, Datsun finds it and knocks it in.
Amazing to see a 6-1 lead already, game 1. They are definitely coming back from what we saw earlier today.
It just mirrors again, warm in here.
It is getting a little bit warm in here.
I think they're pretty Brazil soon.
I think they're pretty fired up, in all honesty.
I feel like we might be taking a trip to Brazil soon if they keep up at this mark. 7-1, I think I feel it. Let's see what happens here. Does Marywood have an answer? Can they slow them down? Will they tell them they're not going on vacation just yet? What is going to happen here? I won't accept that. Trying to get it up. Jake Nader in his face. K-Yellow trying to get up on top of it. And Hoax drives it away, saving the chances for the Brazilian trip.
This is amazing to see. Some of those, that save by Datsun is something that it baffles me. I have not much experience in Rocket League. I don't have much. I couldn't get past the tutorial, but it's plays like that that just impress me. As simple as they might be, it just is so impressive to see.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better in the tutorial, it literally tells you the buttons you're supposed to use. If that helps, I can help walk you through it if you need.
At one point it said, fly into the circle above you, and I just couldn't fly.
Oof.
So,
yeah,
it's stuff like that it tells me what to do, I just can't do it.
I've heard Red Bull gives you wings, so.
And it wasn't working that day, so.
I won't accept that. Gonna drive it on over, trying to see if they can still knock another one in. The opportunity is still alive. 9 seconds left on the goal. Will we see it? I don't think so. They are knocking it away. Marywood says you will not be going to Brazil on this one.
Can we get another one?
Not expired.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And there we go. Firebirds Team B comes out victorious in game 1 against Marywood. That was quite the show thus far. We got the hat trick, but I won't accept that, and he wasn't even on the top of the board. Just shows the team plays out there that are being played. Hoax with 5 assists. 5 assists. That is an amazing team player right there. Everybody playing into their roles, playing into their positions, driving the field the way that they need to, and trying to maintain their positions to get ahead in this matchup. Let's see if they can continue rolling that through, but we'll just see if that continues to happen. Game, like I said, their first matchup, little rough, but they are showing in this second matchup that it is nothing. They are a shadow of their former selves.
I definitely agree. I think whatever they decided to work on in between games has definitely shown it's working. So hopefully they can keep it up. Still a lot of Rocket League to be played, so it's not the deciding factor just yet. But definitely, as you said, despite not having the number 1 amount of goals, playing defense, being able to play as a team. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many goals you got. What matters is if you win or not.
Exactly.
So if you're playing defense and you're doing that perfectly, you're going to have a great chance at winning.
Yes, sir. Let's see what happens here in game 2 against the Firebirds. Datsun, Hoaxed, and I won't accept that. Going up against Marywood's J. Marsh, Jake Nader, and K-Yellow. And once again, I apologize if for some reason, if it's K-Yellow for some reason, if I'm not saying it, is it K-Yellow or is it K-Yellow? I'm apologizing to you, but we're going to have some fun with it regardless of the fact. So it has been, honestly, to me, this is an honor. I just want to say thank you to Carthage for allowing me to come out and be able to cast for the Natties. Honestly, it's a deep honor for me to be able to do this. I've been trying to do my best to be a representative in this state. I run my own esports program for 5th to 8th grade level students in Racine, Wisconsin. And we're just continuing to try to grow, build relationships, and expand. I do stuff with my own brand and continue to do stuff there as well. You guys can always check me out on twitch.tv/Joseph the Voice, or you can always check me out on YouTube over at JTV Entertainment. There's going to be a lot of great content coming on there soon. I was just out at the Midwest Gaming Classic. Same time we were out at the MSOE for the WCRL Championship, and had an amazing time at the WCRL. It was an amazing championship, but I couldn't stay the whole time because I had to get back to the Midwest Gaming Classic. But while we were out there, I got 15 interviews from industry professionals that will be coming to you guys soon. Great information. Going to learn a lot of amazing things about some of these people. I had the privilege to sit down with Brian Colin, Rampage creator. Got a really like raw and emotional interview from him where towards the end you could see the tears in his eyes, and it was really wholesome. And I got to talk with Paul E. Niemeyer, who's one of the original Mortal Kombat artists. He created the logo, and he's got me in touch with some of the mocap guys and stuff like that. There's just a lot of cool things going on. So I'm just really excited to bring that content to you guys. It's definitely some good stuff, but continue to stay tuned in here while we're at Carthage Esports. Go and check out the NECC 2, NECC 1. See everything that's going on there and get in on the action. Ask some questions, don't be afraid to be a part of it. We definitely love having you here. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back in just a moment.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top. Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I.
When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion, forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. I know you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion, forget
All right, sorry for the delay, but we are back. We've read through everything we needed to, talked to everybody about everything we needed to. We got it all worked out, and we are going to be going into game 2. The Firebirds, Team B, up 1-0 with that 6-1 victory against Marywood. So let's see if they can keep it rolling here in Rocket League. This is it. Hope's gonna knock it off to the wall, and Datsun trying to get up on top of it. Hope's once again just trying to knock it over the defender, but gets it right onto his hood. Jake Nader dropping it in front of goal. Hope's gonna knock it away. Datsun trying to make a move there in the corner. I won't accept that, trying to get a shot on goal. Jake Nader gets a good defend there. So between game 1 and game 2, what are you expecting to see here?
Hopefully some of the same aggression that we saw and amazing defense from the Firebirds. I definitely can tell that Marywood has definitely changed up some of their strategies. I think some of these shots are a little bit more well aimed, some better saves than we saw in the previous game. But I'm confident the Firebirds can keep up the momentum, and hopefully continue to win.
I couldn't agree any more. Hulk's gonna knock it away, and J Marsh right there to take it on down, continuing play. Gets a nice little bump, and I won't accept that. Jake Nader under the ball. K Yellow comes up to try to get a hold of it. Hulks does not want that to happen. Jake Nader trying to do everything he can to keep the pressure on, leaving it in front of goal. Gets knocked away. Datsun gonna jump on top of it. Can he make a move here? A little bit of miscommunication between Hoax and Datsun there. You guys got to make sure you are working that through. K-Yellow going to try to grab hold of it, but misses it. J-Marsh right there. Datsun in his face. I won't accept that with a nice shot on goal, and it is in by Datsun.
I was just about to say, it's some of that. So when you set up your teammate, they should be able to follow through. And that is exactly what we saw there. Datsun was ready. I won't accept that. Could have shot the goal, but Datsun was there just in case that ball didn't go exactly where they planned and followed through. And that was beautiful to see.
You know what? I might just start calling him I will accept that, because he is just dishing it out and giving it to everybody at this point on his team to create plays and make himself look beautiful out there. So
all I'm saying is if they win, you know, and if they go to the finals and he does win, will he still accept that?
Will he accept it? We need to know. Jake Nader trying to drive it into the corner. Hope's going to kick it away with a good clear, getting it towards the goal, trying to get it downfield. K-Yellow right there to get the defend. I won't accept that, trying to put it in front of goal. Datsun with a good demo there, keeping the pressure on Marywood. Marywood is doing a lot better at defending, getting around the field and holding their own right now, but that one goal earlier in the matchup could be the decider. Datsun almost kicking another one in. This is Rocket League indeed, people. We are here for a great matchup, and Firebirds are here to show us just that all day. Team A, Team B, Team C, just walking in that arena. It's been great energy, and I am looking to see some big plays as we continue to run through this.
I think we could see that Marywood definitely had the opportunity to make some of these key shots, but just, you know, the slight misinput, and it's just not able to go where they want. They're able to miss the ball just by a little bit of a margin, and ultimately that's going to cost them.
Patience, young Padawan. Patience.
Exactly.
All right, kicks it across. I won't accept that. Gets up on top of Jake Nader. Tried to get a shot on goal. Gets defended there. Jay Marsh trying to put out in front, but Dadson is not going to have it. Not seeing as many goals in this match as we saw in game 1, but Carthage Firebirds Team B is holding steady. Puts it in front of goal, but just past his teammate's reach. Jake Nader missing the mark. K Yellow missing the mark. Dadson setting it up, and I won't accept that. Wow.
What a shot! Holy cow! Wow, that was beautiful. Giving them that almost. I don't know if that was coordinated. That might have been accidental.
But felt like it might have been.
It might have been. I won't accept that. Having that comeback, being able to sink it in right away.
I want to know exactly what it is that he won't accept. Is it just that?
We'll find out. We'll ask him eventually. We'll find that out.
What is he willing to accept? You know, what are the boundaries?
What is the bar?
Yeah, where's the bar set? I won't accept that. Trying to get off the wall, barely missing the mark there. Hoke's gonna knock it away with a good hit on the clear. Jay Marsh jumping on top of it, trying to put it out in front of goal. I won't accept that right there again. I think it's he won't accept their goals. Maybe that's it?
Probably. I would take that. I think that's a solid guess, you know, a good estimate.
Last game it was, you will accept my goals. This game's is, I won't accept yours. Either way, they are making it happen out here. Firebirds Team B is on it. Hoke's gonna try to put it up in front of goal, and an easy little layup for himself. Drops it on in. I think that's one on the board for all of them.
I think so.
Like everybody has made their mark in game 2.
I think that might be the key difference. I have noticed that Marywood, a lot of these plays, it almost looks like they're playing individually. They're not playing together. They're not setting up these passes. Now, that works sometimes in defense where it's like, oh, you just need to get the ball on the other side. But as we see from the Firebirds, they're able to set each other up for these amazing goals or be prepared to, hey, you know, this teammate might not be able to make this goal, so I will help ensure that it is a goal.
Definitely. And I think just from Team A all the way down to Team C, you see that same level of, you know, what Coach Palmer does for these guys.
My God.
Knocked it in.
As you talk, I'm like, we're going to see another one. 3 seconds left on the clock. Dadson and Hoax setting up, like I said.
The flip is what had them. It was beautiful. That is on point. But as I was saying, Coach Palmer, as you can see, whether it's Team A, Team B, Team C, there's that same level of mentality through all these teams and level of play, working together, getting team orientation, moving around the field. And let's give a huge shout out to Coach Palmer, the Firebirds director.
Yes. He is amazing to see, having 6 of his teams, of the 8 teams, no, 7.
I mean, y'all went undefeated in multiple
3
categories.
games undefeated in the regular season, and then 7 teams making it to the national. Of the 8 teams, 7 of them making it to the national championship in the inaugural season. Insane.
It's insane.
And that just shows how strong of a coach he is. Something he is doing is working.
There's something working. Is it in the water, maybe?
It might be in the water. It's definitely something.
We live by the lake, so I definitely think it's in the water, guys.
Maybe it's just the atmosphere at Carthage too, having a student body and an administration that loves esports. The amount of support that our program has gotten in its first year is insane, and I think that is something that will carry in to the future and has already shown off.
Definitely. And as you can see on the board here, 4 goals by the Firebirds, a lot of shots being put on, assists from every single player. Every single play that made a goal, another player set them up for. And as you can see, Marywood not getting a lot of shots on goal, getting a few saves, but not doing enough to slow down the Firebirds Team B. And if they continue at this level of aggression, I don't think Marywood is going to be able to stop them.
No, I think Marywood, kind of like what I was saying earlier, I think some of these plays, it almost is as if they're not working as a team. They need to be cooperating. They need to be preparing. It's not about who scores. It's about whether or not the ball goes in. And ultimately, that's what you kind of need to focus on.
Dadson going to try to come out early to set some up. Hoax getting up on top of it. Hoax getting these nice little hits to just kind of drop it into the goal. It's been pretty nice to watch. K Yellow going to try to kick it over to Jake Nader. The team players are starting to develop here for Marywood, but I don't think Carthage is going to give them too much breathing room. Great fail off there, but I won't accept that. Understanding his teammate was in position and he did not need to press. This is what we're talking about with the Carthage Firebirds, that they are doing a great job at getting around the field. Team B is showing up and showing out and definitely here to show why they are in the running for the national title. Great pass there, but just barely missing the mark. Wide of the goal, Danson trying to reset it, and it's still there. It's lingering, gets kicked away by Jake Nader.
That was very close. They almost scored on themselves because we could see all three of them right there, kind of pushing the ball around. It was scary to see, but there we go. That was a great block by J Marsh.
Almost getting it on the mark. J Marsh right again on top of it. Is he going to be the one that makes the decider in this one? Can J Marsh bring Marywood to a victory and get back from this 2-0 deficit? A little bit of a flail there by Jake Nader. Hoke's gonna just get it away. Jake Nader trying to keep it steady on his side for the goal. Hoke's gonna get a nice clear there, but K Yellow jumping all over it. Danson trying to push it away, get it out of their side. The pressure is on. Marywood is giving all they got right now. They know that if they cannot win this one, this might be their last chance, and as I called it, J Marsh is stepping up for Marywood, and he might just be the decider in who wins or loses this matchup. But I'm telling you right now, Firebirds are a very aggressive team, and they are not just going to lie down on their backs.
I am getting word that Team A for the Firebirds is up 2-1 in the series for their second game of the day. And they just started game 4, actually.
There we go. So we might have a Firebirds Team A making their way one step closer and moving on to day 2. Jake Nader going to try to put out in front of goal. Hoax jumps on top of it. I want to accept that, taking out J Marsh to try to thin out the field, but he's right there to grab the ball up. He says, you might be able to take me out momentarily, but I'll be right back on it. That's on continuation there, being able to slow down the defender. J Marsh almost finding that angle, putting his team one step closer, but does not get it. Danson with a good clear here. Can he get the continuation and the bounce? J Marsh getting on top of it and just missing it, but it still gets shot on in by the defender.
Was that Danson who scored it? It might have been one of the Marywood players.
It was 100% one of the Marywood players.
Yeah, there you go. I told you, it's when you are in the goal, you need to be very patient, as you said. You need to be cautious about every single one of your movements, where all your teammates are. And that is exactly why right there.
He tried to dive his nose down to get a hit up to try to clear it on the top of goal, but it wasn't enough. And it is now a 1-1 game, and Carthage B team getting a saving grace. The Firebirds continuing to just throw punches as much as they can and not giving up. They want to win this, and they want to take it home early.
Marywood is definitely more aggressive this round, and it's showing. I think they're playing a lot better than we saw in the previous matches. But sometimes being too aggressive is ultimately bad.
I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, they are being aggressive and they have scored all the points on the field, but it's a 1-1 game. So that's kind of what we're saying, is that over aggression. There we go. Hogs getting up on top and knocking it in. Crossbar and down, baby. It is beautiful to see. But like I'm saying, Marywood has to continue to lay down this pressure. They have to get it figured out. J Marsh starting to find a rhythm, but Jake Nader, K Yellow just not giving enough to make enough of a push here to get into the lead and maintain it. Oak's gonna try to kick it away, gets a favorable hit by the defender. I want to accept that, trying to jump up, trying to get it on goal. J Marsh right there to kick it away. I think that's his 4th save already. Oak's trying to get a shot near goal, putting out near front, and do we have it? We do not, unfortunately. Hope trying to bring it back and kicked away again. The defense from Marywood is on point right now. They are not letting up. They want to go to game 4. Will we see an overtime?
The goal, that was scary right there. The goal was open, and I think one of Marywood's players could have easily gotten a shot there. But we do see the ball now heading back towards Marywood's goal. So hopefully the Firebirds are able to get another point to solidify this lead, because 1 point away to tie it up is not exactly a good lead. It's a good lead, but it's not the best lead.
As long as they continue to stretch the field, they'll be in a good spot. But Jay Marsh once again finding the mark. Once again, Jay Marsh finding that mark. It is 2-2 with 10 seconds remaining. Will we have an OT, or will we see a miracle goal here in this last 10 seconds?
Now, I did get word that Firebirds A did beat Fanshawe 3-1 and has locked in their bid for the quarterfinals. Woo! Such an amazing achievement from Team A. But hopefully, we can do the same thing here for Firebirds B. Such a close game right now, and we're in overtime. 2-2 in overtime.
I'd say I'd apologize that I just yelled in your ear, but I'm not sorry. This is too exciting, people.
I'm excited too. Less shouting though. Less shouting than my normal stream. That's it. There we go, Hoax.
Hoax getting the mark, knocking it down. There it is, baby. 3-2, and
that was
once again, Carthage takes it home.
Jay Marsh trying just in the nick of time, just barely, just almost able to hit it, but not enough. Not enough boost. If they had a little bit more boost, I think they would have been able to take it.
West server, east server, north server, south server. It doesn't matter what server we're on. We are making it happen. And we will be joining the Firebirds C game in progress.
So you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't even have to wait.
Tight.
We are going to have
no
Rocket
bathroom
League
breaks
within 30 seconds. Hopefully by the time I finish this sentence, we're going to be in the next game. I'm just going to talk a little bit longer because I thought we were going to be in the game already. But we're
just going to tell them, guys, no popcorn breaks. You can't get a drink. No bathrooms. You can't let the dog out just yet. No changing the baby's diaper. I'm joking.
Guess what?
Joke.
We're there. We're in the game.
We're in
the game. So look at that. Look at what we did it. You watch any other sports team, and they're not going to have a quick transition like that.
No. They have to go to a whole new stadium.
New stadium. They have to pick up all their equipment, go cross country. But now
boy,
we got C team. I don't know.
Against my boy Two Dog Lucky is on the other team. How do I feel about this?
I'm rooting for Carthage. I'm sorry.
Of course we're rooting for Carthage.
I have to. That being said, Concordia, Wisconsin is an amazing program. The Overwatch team has had their fair share of competition against Concordia, Wisconsin. So, regardless, an amazing program to be playing up against. You gotta have a little bit of respect for them, and I have quite a bit of respect.
Oh yeah, definitely. Coach Smith is doing a good job over there.
Yes, it is a fantastic. You gotta support Wisconsin's programs too.
Exactly.
You gotta reign supreme in the country.
All right, just taking my notes, getting everything ready. So, is this another one of those where I'm just gonna have to pretend like I know your name? Is it Zermi? Is it Zermi? Because that's what I'm calling you, homie. You are Zermi to me.
We do have Acre. That's an easy one.
That's easy. Two Dog Lucky, I can say that,
I think Zarmi. Zermi? I think Zermi. We're gonna say Zermi. If it's wrong, you can yell at us.
I could just go to my old Wythans and really just irk him so hard. Hey, Wythans, how you doing there, buddy? It is, in fact, Wythans.
You could just say Twad OG Lucky. I just butcher every name that you come across.
Oh, man.
Acre?
2-0 dog.
Who's Fleury?
You gotta love the awesome gamer tags that people come up with.
That's unique to esports. That's something you don't get in any other sport.
Well, I'd argue with you. Like, remember He Hate Me from like the Arena Football League?
No, actually.
Yeah, there was a guy who literally his name was He Hate Me. It was amazing. I loved it.
I love that. I could never hate him though.
No, I didn't. You wouldn't hate him. Everybody loved him. I just think it was kind of like I won't accept that.
Yeah, I was about to say. Who is he referring to?
Do we hate him? Do we hate other people?
Yeah.
Like he hate me, so I'm assuming I hate you. I don't know. We don't hate nobody around here. We showcase love.
Only love, and also taking teams to Brazil. This is a strong game. Unlike the B game where we had score, there was some competitiveness, but ultimately it was a pretty even game. And now we're at 2 minutes 40 seconds left, and there hasn't been a single score. They're
Two Dog Lucky.
Goals. Okay.
It's okay,
goals
guys.
Scored.
Our tongues sometimes get tied in a knot when we're up here. It happens. Zermi trying to make a push there. Flair kicking it across, trying to get Weathens the pass, but barely missing the mark. Two Dog Lucky getting on top of it. And if any of you guys were wondering why I was giving Two Dog Lucky so much love, he is actually a phenomenal player for Concordia. Just from my representation, things he's done, definitely a great player to showcase for Concordia. And let's see what else they have to offer between Zermi and Acre. But we definitely know what Flair, Dwizen, and Weathens have to offer for the Firebirds Team C. But right now, with less than 2 minutes left on the clock, can we find a hole?
I have noticed a trend out of Concordia, Wisconsin, having some amazing players. So, like Carthage, they're definitely doing something right there.
That is true. And if I'm correct, they're actually in the process of maybe doing some renovations to build more onto their campus and create an arena for themselves, from what I understand when I did make my visit earlier this year.
That is amazing to hear. I think that definitely shows how, if you have a great program, you should have a great place to play, you know?
Definitely. I mean, this is a national game we're watching, but we get to watch two home state teams going up against each other, and it kind of just gives you a little bit of those butterflies in your stomach. Like, we clearly 100% want to see Carthage win, and just like that, they put themselves up 1-0. But as long as a Wisconsin team pushes themselves towards nationals, that's what really matters to us in the end. But we want to see Carthage take it home.
Yeah, we're a little bit. Remember, this is a Carthage stream. I'm sorry, Concordia, but this is a Wisconsin stream.
Yeah. But we got Firebirds A team already locked on in. Firebirds B team, I think, also locked in.
They're locked in for, they have one more game.
One more game for Firebirds B. And then we have Firebirds C still fighting it out to lock in their spot as well. It is coming down to the wire with all of these games. And the level of play is only becoming more phenomenal, more aggressive, more intense as we push through. As you can see, almost less than a minute left on the clock, and there's been one goal. And then it's not because people are bad and they don't know how to shoot it. It's because they're so good they know how to stop them.
Exactly, and it comes down to every second being able to look for that opening to take that shot. And sometimes it works, and YOLO almost, you know? Sometimes you got to take that shot, you know? It's the best, high risk, high reward.
Indeed, indeed. And I think Rocket League is definitely a game that presents that mentality of high risk, high reward. You go up in the air and you miss it, you just keep trying it. You miss it again. It doesn't matter. Eventually you'll hit that mark and then you'll have like 10 clips, and just hopefully Joseph the Voice isn't on the other end of that. Dwizen trying to get a shot on goal here late and just gets knocked away by Acre. They need to kill this last 5 seconds. Knock it down, Carthage. And just like that, they heard me. Knocked it on down, and Firebirds Team C goes on up.
Was that game 3 for them? What was the series? That was game 1. Oh, okay. So we got 2 more games.
We got a whole series ahead of us. Flair showing up. If you guys don't know who Flair is, let's give him a huge shout out. Flair, one of the Rocket League casters.
And my Overwatch co-host. I love Flair. Flair is a fantastic shoutcaster, and we can see fantastic Rocket League player.
Indeed.
Unlike me, where I'm a okay Overwatch player. But
if you do look at the board there, you do see fairly similar, or actually identical when it comes to shot distribution, almost identical. And even with saves, they're almost matching each other there. It's literally just that one goal that snuck on through that was really deciding factor. No assists yet to this point, but that doesn't mean they're not doing team plays. They are working together to try to make things happen, but they are cutting each other off at the turn of every corner. And we'll see what continues to play out going into game 2 against the Firebirds taking on Concordia. And just so we can remind everybody, Firebirds Team C is Flair, Dwizen, and Weathens. And on the other end for Concordia is Acre, Two Dog Lucky, and Zermi. All right, as we get ready for game 2.
I thought we were gonna have a substitution there, but I don't know.
You never know.
I saw one of our spectators join. I'm like, are we getting a substitution? But unfortunately,
Flair trying to get a shot up, gets knocked away by Two Dog Lucky, and Flair holding back to see if it will go in. Way to be patient and be aware of your surroundings. Dwizen trying to grab it, fakes out the defender, gets knocked by the other. Flair doing a great job in this series thus far, but can he continue to lead the Firebirds Team C to victory as we continue going forward? Dwizen jumps on up, Acre right on in his face. Dwizen getting a nice center flare, tried to get the bump or demo there. It did not work. Bully ball defense can be your best friend in some of these situations, but you got to be careful because it can play against you. You cannot be too aggressive. Otherwise, teams can read that and slow you down very quickly. Aker just putting it on up, trying to get a second hit on it, but does not. Dwizen just going to drop it on down. Aker with full boost in his tank, trying to get on it, but it gets cleared. Two Dog Lucky trying to knock it into the corner, but Weathens grabs it, tries to bring it back. Two Dog Lucky right back in his face.
This is definitely two very, very skilled teams holding their own against each other. So honestly, I don't think there's anything popping out to me that it's like one team's not doing as good as the other. It's such a close game.
It feels, yeah, like a pretty straightforward kind of game at the moment. Nobody's making too many big mistakes. Everybody's kind of where they need to be. Rotations have been on point. Not too many, or I haven't seen any double commit yet, honestly. There might have been. I just haven't pinpointed it. But overall, you're seeing a lot of good team play, movement, patterns. You can tell the communication is in place. But it's back to who is going to find that open pocket. And Carthage almost finds it right there. The Firebirds are clawing away, trying to find another point to bring home a win in game 2.
Flair, amazing shot right there, trying to get it in the center. However, oh, there you go. Two Dog Lucky able to shoot it back towards their goal. Might have been calculated there, though. It is going towards Carthage's goal. It's sustaining. The positioning for that ball is sustained. And Dwizen has come in to save it. That could have been really good for Concordia, Wisconsin.
I definitely held my breath there for a second. Dwizen being able to get on over there, knock it away. Great job of defending. Two Dog Lucky trying to find something fancier. He is dangerous on his own. And gets it set up, and Zermi knocks it on in for the goal, putting up Concordia 1-0. Will we potentially see our first game 5? Will it be a back and forth matchup? We'll see. Is it like, Vander Holyfield and, like Muhammad Ali or something like that, where they're just going back and forth?
Now, we do have 2 minutes left on the clock, though, so there is a lot of time. I think Firebirds could easily tie this up. If not, get 2 points and get a lead.
There is plenty of time on the clock, and anything can happen. But as we did see in last game, there wasn't much to give on either end once that goal went in, and lockdown defense is something you want to have in place when you are up. And reassurance is good, but if you don't have it, just keep on making sure you are doing your best to just clear it and knock it away from the goal as much as possible. Weathen's going to jump on up on it, but Aker right in their face. Two Dog Lucky trying to get the setup for Zermi. Bad angle for Zermi. Gets it knocked down over to Weathens, who passes it on down to Dwizen, trying to get in front of goal. Gets knocked down by Aker. Two Dog Lucky jumping on top of it. Good flick to drive it downfield, but Dwizen jumping all over it.
Oh, that was so close for Flair. The Firebirds are trying to get this right now. Dwizen getting it in, but blocked by Concordia, Wisconsin. That was some amazing plays right there. But Concordia, Wisconsin was able to hold their defense.
The Firebirds doing a great job at getting rotations back onto defense. But is it enough? Can they push it in for overtime potentially? Or can Concordia just take this one home right away?
I'm on the edge of my seat right now. So much.
Trying to make a play there. Weathens hits it over to Flair. Weathens jumping on top of it, but Two Dog Lucky right in their face. Zermi gets a good hit downfield, but Dwizen jumps all over it, gets it clear, throws it over to Flair. Flair gets a shot.
Oh, I knew it! Oh, that was beautiful. I saw Aker, and I'm like, Aker's not moving fast enough. It's not going to do it. And, just barely.
Aker on the slight hesitation there. I honestly did think Aker was going to have that defend there, but that little bit of hesitation was just enough to sneak it past.
We're now tied. 30 seconds left on the clock. This is a close game. I'm hoping the Firebirds are able to get another goal here, but we have seen Concordia, Wisconsin being very aggressive, and it might be in there. It might lead them to another point.
Let's see what happens here with only 15 seconds left on the clock. Dwizen getting a good shot on goal. Aker knocking it away. Dwizen knocks it over to Flair with a few seconds left. Can they make a play just wide of the goal? Weathens trying to shoot it just cross. And it is not good. It knocked down from the top bar and out. And we do indeed have an overtime.
Aker, that was an amazing defense by Aker. I think Aker definitely trying to redeem himself from that previous goal. Definitely an amazing block there.
I will say I am fairly impressed by everything that Concordia is dishing out to this point. Like I said, we have a very good understanding of what Carthage teams have to offer, but Two Dog Lucky finds the mark and knocks it in for the goal. Only 19 seconds into overtime, and it is now a 1-1 matchup. And once again, it is a 1-point decider.
That's such a close game. Definitely shows that we're in the national championships here, because it's not every day you get two teams so evenly matched. You know, this is not just like a normal game, normal series. It's down to the wire. Every play matters, and ultimately, it's showing. You know, Aker missing that one goal, but able to get that amazing block at that once they were in overtime, and I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
This is quite the matchup indeed. Firebird giving it everything they have out on the field right now. Concordia dishing it right back. It is a 1-1 matchup going into Game 3. And like I said earlier, will we potentially see our first Game 5 for a Firebirds team in this Nationals push? Aker going to just drive it away from the front of goal, trying to get it reset, but leaves it for his teammate Zermi. Gets knocked on down by Weathens. Aker going to jump on top of it, but Dwizen right there to drive it away. Weathens trying to set up Flair and just high in the goal. Can they get there? Just missing it. Dwizen almost able to capitalize there. Weathens going to jump on top of it, knocking Aker out of the way. Two Dog Lucky trying to get up on top and pushing it into the corner, trying to set up his teammates. Flair gets on top of it. Two Dog Lucky pushing it right back. It is a back and forth in this one. Two Dog Lucky right there again to try to get a shot at it, but Dwizen says no. Zermi just staying aggressive as they can. Aker there to back it on up, put it in front of goal. Weathens clears it from the goal. Two Dog Lucky put it right back. But Dwizen jumps right on top of it. Flair getting a good pinch there.
This is both teams are so aggressive. I genuinely I don't even know what to say. It's every play is so like, it looks like an amazing goal, and then all of a sudden someone comes in to defend it beautifully. And we're back to where we were. So I still anybody's game.
A little bit of fake there. Weathens almost able to get it past the defender. Beautiful opportunity there, but that did not play out. Zermi there to get the clear. Nice punch on the ball. Throwing it down to Two Dog Lucky. Trying to get the double tap, but does not get the favorable bounce that he was looking for. Zermi trying to put it back in front again. Weathens right there. Aker just trying to keep it alive for Concordia. And Flair gets an easy, breezy goal right on in with 3:03 on the clock. I honestly did not expect that. Concordia, all of their players had pushed up too far. A little bit more of an aggressive push than you probably would have wanted. And that leaves them in the deficit now, 1-0. Firebirds looking to try to hold it down.
That comes down to what we were saying earlier, where being too aggressive is not always the best. It's not the best, and sometimes it blows up in your face, and that is exactly what happened. We had some amazing aggression from Concordia, Wisconsin, but they had nobody playing defense, and Flair was able to just walk it down.
Got to be careful, though. Two Dog Lucky can pop off at any moment. I've seen him do it. Good little bump there to try to get Two Dog Lucky out of the play. Dwizen on point and just misses the mark. He definitely read the play like the back of his hand, but couldn't find the angle. A good demo there by Aker, leaving a hole on the defense. But Flair able to get it away. Two Dog Lucky kicks it into the corner. Dwizen trying to reset. Weathens in front. Two Dog Lucky once again on top of it. Oh, leaving it in front of goal. Flair gets around and knocks it away.
That could have been really bad.
They gave Dwizen the save, but you've asked me, Flair's the one that really saved the day on that one.
I agree. It's when you're working with a team like that, you know, you got to take into account sometimes your teammates might miss, and you got to be there to back them up.
I don't know if anybody just caught that, but Concordia is trying to play bully ball in front of goal right now. Acre just did the same thing Two Dog Lucky just tried to do, and they're bumping and they're trying to brace the opponents onto the wall and not giving them much breathing room right now. Right there again, the Concordia team is starting to get way more aggressive. They know there's not much time left here in game 3, and if they want to take it home, they need to make a push here. Firebirds are definitely holding it down right now, trying to get the double tap. Did not work for Flair. Dwizen trying to reset his team in front. Two Dog Lucky all on top of it. That man is aggressive and is all over the field right now, and I do think he is the one to be the decider in this one if Concordia is going to jump out in front. Two Dog Lucky with a good clear there. Weethan's trying to push it back on. Zermi kicking it away. And Acre with another demo. These demos could definitely pay out for them. They're not going out of their way to do them. They are literally finding their lanes, running them, and taking out their opponents in the progress.
This might be really good for the Firebirds. It looks like now Acre coming in with the demo. Oh, the Firebirds just barely able, just almost getting that goal right there. But Concordia, Wisconsin was able to intercept that and stop it from happening.
With 25 seconds on the clock, can Firebird just kill time? Will they score another goal? It was close, but I think they're going to end up running out time. We'll see what happens here. Weethans makes another attempt on it, finds the angle, and it is just wide of the goal. This is Rocket League, people. This is what we sign up for, and this is why we love it. Matchups like this. And must I say it again? I was going to say another one-game matchup, but Weethan literally was taking my words out of my brain, out of my mouth, and said, you're not going to say it. You're going to say to this game. We took this one by 2, so now not only did they win this one, but they are now repossession of the momentum. And will Concordia be able to come back in game 4, or will Firebirds just be able to knock it down? Are we going to see a game 5? I don't know. It has been a lot of action happening, a lot of back and forth. Dwizen stepping it up quite drastically. 4 saves on that matchups. 8 shots on goal. Definitely the difference maker there. And if they don't, find a way to poke a hole in the Firebirds right now, Concordia is going to be packing it up real soon.
Oh, I agree. I think a coin flip is more predictable than deciding who's going to win this match, because both teams are just so amazing. But the Firebirds were able to find these windows that Concordia just left open, and Firebirds were able to just score right away. So hopefully, coming from a Carthage member, hopefully the Firebirds continue to do that and Concordia continues to have those windows. But we'll see how this goes.
It's like that little old grandma that leaves the pie in the window.
Yeah.
They're leaving the open windows, and Carthage is just making it look sweet.
Yeah, exactly. Dwizen, though, always playing super aggressive, but also being able to play super defensively. Having that trade-off is very, very good.
I think the big thing about this Firebirds Team C is the fact that every single player they're working together, but individually they're all kind of stepping it up differently. So every game so far, we've seen different people on the top of the leaderboard, different types of representations and point distribution, saves, scores, all of that. We haven't seen many setups in terms of trying to get assists down, but you can definitely see there's a lot of great team orientation and trying to get that bump in front of goal. It does not work. Weethans does in fact get that demo though, trying to reset his teammate Dwizen. Acre gets a nice clear downfield, but Weethans grabs it on up and gets demoed by Acre.
There's Dwizen playing that goalie, being able to come in and just make sure, hey, that was a good goal, but no. And then there's Flair, and then Flair out of nowhere coming in, making that shot. Those windows, man. Flair has like a sixth sense for that.
He's a Flair that's popping out, therefore he's on fire. Ha ha!
Aha!
You guys will see him shine bright because he indeed is flying and flashing like a Flair.
Up. I think let's get a hashtag fired up in chat right now.
Fired up, baby! Zermi kicking on over to Two Dog Lucky, trying to get the play, but just missing the mark. Dwizen gonna try to drive it away. Two Dog Lucky makes an aggressive push. It could play against him, leaving the field open. Zermi gets there and gets it away. Weethan's all in his face. Flair trying to make a play here to set up his team. It gets kicked away by the defender. Dwizen jumps on top of it, trying to get it out in front. Anchor giving the ball directly to Weathens and gets knocked up by Two Dog Lucky. Good defend there.
I think we've seen a few moments here where it almost looks like the Concordia of Wisconsin, one of their players is just giving the Firebirds the ball, you know? They set it up perfectly. I'm sure it's accidental, but it looks so perfect, like they intentionally passed it to them.
Dwizen, you got to be careful about that. I understand I make mistakes on those ones too, but you got to be able to read the ball and not just leave it in the middle of the field for them. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game, halfway through this matchup, Firebirds are up 2-1 in this matchup and 1-0 in this game, and they could seal it here in this matchup. Flair just dropping it down in front of the corner and driving it away.
Acre has gotten so many demos this series. I definitely, sometimes it works out in their favor, but demos don't mean everything, you know? If you can get all these demos, but if you can't get a point, it's just almost, I wouldn't say a waste, but it's just not there. But there we go, Two Dog Lucky able to see that window open in favor of them and just taking it, you know, carpe diem.
Nice little setup to himself, just trying to, you know, keep the defender off kilter and knocking it on in for that goal. It is 1-1, 1:52 left on the clock. What is going to happen in this matchup? Will we see a game 5? I am literally on the edge of my seat. This has been quite an honor being on out here, being able to cast these games for Nationals, working with the Bearded Man, working with Blaze, working with Carthage Esports. It has been phenomenal, and these games have been just the same.
Well, casting with you is a true honor as well, so thank you so much for having me. Normally I don't shoutcast Rocket League, but you know, today I decided, you know, let's do it.
They don't need to know that.
It doesn't show.
It definitely does not. You're doing a great job. Let's give a round of applause as we go on, continuing through this matchup. Acre gonna try to set it in front of goal for Concordia. Nice clear there by Weathens. I just got word that after this matchup, we will be interviewing Firebird captain Petey. I am honestly super excited for this. I woke up this morning and I looked at my phone and I got a message from Petey this morning. And he was like, hey man, I heard you're coming out to cast and I am excited. And we are gonna show you some great matchups today. And Petey literally, I couldn't wear my hat the entire time that they were playing because he literally had a hat trick all 3 games. They went 3 and out and he was just absolutely on fire. He put over 1,000 points in 1 game.
Wow.
And it was just phenomenal. And I am super excited to sit down and talk to him about the future of what he expects to see in this tournament, what he expects to see going forward with Carthage Esports. He's only a junior and they still got him for a whole nother year.
Yeah, and the fact that Petey is not only captain of Firebirds A, but captain of Rocket League in general. Being a game captain, overseeing all 3 teams is an achievement in itself. Having all 3 of those teams go to the national championship, I definitely want to hear his thoughts about that.
Definitely. With 9 seconds remaining on the clock, what will we see? Oh, he's also, I just got word, I see, I'm a little out on the news with stuff, but he's also the MVP of this year as well for esports. So
him and Nancakes from Overwatch, definitely 2 amazing MVPs for esports. So I mean,
it makes sense. I mean, since the day that I've met Petey, he's been nothing but wholesome. I've personally really enjoyed working with him. Every time I show up to campus, the last time I was here on Tuesday for the high school matchup that we had, I walked into him as he was walking out of class and he was nothing but excited to see me. So I love getting that energy from him every single time. And it showcases on the field as well as they're playing these matchups. So with 30 seconds off the clock, Two Dog Lucky sneaks it on in for that goal. And I said, I think we're going to get a game 5, and indeed, we will get a game 5.
Wow, that was, I think that was it was an amazing goal, but it was there. You know, it was a goal that anybody really could make. Two Dog Lucky has, again, like I said for Flair, but Two Dog Lucky has shown having a 6th sense for those open windows. You know, they're like, if I hit it now, it's going to go in. And it's definitely showing up. It's definitely paying off for them. So, Two Dog Lucky is definitely a threat to be reckoned with.
Definitely. And as we continue, will Two Dog Lucky, Acre, and Zermi of Concordia be able to keep on running with the rhythm that they have been throwing out, or will the Firebird C team stomp them out and show to them why they are here, why they are in the Nationals, and why they are a force to be reckoned with? And Zermi trying to get a play on it, barely missing the mark. Two Dog Lucky gonna kick it away. Weathen's trying to put it out. A little bit of open field right there, but Dwizen grabs it and kicks it out into the corner. Flair gonna try to get a nice little pass downfield to himself. Two Dog Lucky jumps all over it. Aker with another demo, just constantly doing everything he can to thin out the playing field. He's had at least, I'd say probably like 8 demos already in this series. Zermi trying to jump on top of it, gets met at the mark. Two Dog Lucky trying to get a nice setup for his teammate, but Weathens jumps on top of it, gets a nice little double tap, but Aker grabs it out of his grasp and pushes it towards goal. A little nervous on that one. They almost got an early and easy goal.
Wizen was able to slide in right away and make sure that didn't happen. But it's plays like that where you just need to be careful, because if you're a split second too late, then it's, you know,
Is he gonna teach us the cha-cha slide too? Slide to the left, slide to the right. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Let's make it happen, Carthage. Reverse, reverse. All right, Flair gonna grab it. Trying to get it downfield, gets met at the mark by Aker. Aker's a little bit of everywhere right now. We're giving a lot of love to Two Dog Lucky, but Aker, even though the points might not be reflected, the defensive participation is there, slowing down the defenders and just being everywhere they can at the moment. A lot of that won't reflect on the points, but it will reflect in the game, and you do know that he is there and he is doing everything he can to try to slow down this Firebird Team C. And with 2 minutes off the clock in Game 5, we have not seen a goal yet. Who will be the first one to find their mark? And who will be sending the other team home?
As the clock continues to push forward, it gets closer and closer to the, you know, if you score a point, then the odds of you winning are better. You know, you don't have all that time for the other team to score points, or you don't have that time to score points yourself.
Dwizen trying to get a nice shot down goal. Aker meeting him at the mark, almost knocking it in wide of the goal. Weathen driving it downfield, faking out the defender, standing on top of it, keeping the pressure on. They don't need to know that he didn't have boost in his tank. That's the point. You just keep the pressure flowing. Two Dog Lucky getting a favorable clear there. Trying to set his team up. It's in front, and Flair gets the save. Dwizen with another save. Two Dog Lucky trying to get it set up here, and Dwizen says no. But Aker gets there and leaves it open in front, and Two Dog Lucky there to clear and clean up that goal.
Heartbreaking to see that sometimes, but I mean, it happens. Flair did a few cases of that too, where it's just nobody was there, nobody was in goal, and Flair was able to just shoot it in. So it makes sense that Two Dog Lucky would experience the same thing.
There is plenty of time still left on the clock with 1:45 remaining. Will the Firebirds come right back? Almost sneaking it in there. Flair with a good angle, but Two Dog Lucky with an even better save. Weathen's trying to get a nice setup here. Aker gets a nice little touch, and Flair jumps on top of it. He has been the saving grace to this point for this Firebird Team C. Flair is definitely showing not only why is he a great caster, that has nothing to do with this, but why he's a great player.
Yeah.
He understands the game.
The combo of Flair and Dwizen, you know, having that amazing offense from Flair and that amazing defense from Dwizen, and then Weathens is able to just do, you know, either. He's able to transfer, he's able to play more aggressive, or maybe play a little bit more defense. And that's ultimately what works.
Aker's still laying down that bully ball defense, laying down bumps, laying down demos. It is scary to be in his path right now.
It always helps that Weathens is able to set it up for Flair as well, just like he does in volleyball. An amazing player in volleyball, having 2 national championships in 2 years.
Oh, so what you're saying is he's used to tasting the gold. He knows what natties look like.
And what I'm saying is, if Weathens is able to pull this off, 3 national championships in 2 years is something that... There we go! There we I'm telling you, as I'm raving about Ethan's, as that happens.
Can we just say that this man spiked it in their face?
He did. There we go.
This man, what we're trying to say though about expressing the fact that he has been to the nationals for volleyball is the fact is he understands what it's like to be under pressure, what it's like to stay patient and make the plays that are needed to push your team out in front when it's needed. And Two Dog Lucky almost gets an own goal there. Anchor trying to drive it downfield, gets a favorable position, knocks out Dwizen. I swear, I'm going to go back and count every single demo he had because I don't even have enough hands for it.
Very, very deadly this entire day. You know, of all the matches I've seen, I think Aker has been pretty much the only one getting any sort of demos, though.
There's like 15 seconds left on the clock, and I don't even know if I should breathe right now.
No, I can't. I completely didn't even notice that. Oh my gosh.
All right, Dwizen getting a good clear downfield. This might be the one.
No.
Another good shot there by Two Dog Lucky trying to get on up. And just play the move. And it gets cleared by Dwizen. What is going to happen? Firebirds take home the victory. That was too close for comfort. Guys, I got a heart condition. You can't do this to me.
Oh my gosh.
Holy crap.
I didn't hear so much just
I'm
happened.
drinking some water.
Oh
we
my
need to
God.
cool off after that.
Yeah, yes.
Oh man, I think we're on fire. It is hot in here. We will be right back. We're gonna set up for the interview.
How did you do that? How did you do that?
See your future on the horizon? So do we.
It's really just the greatest college experience I could have asked for.
What really drew me in was having an adventure.
I think something really unique about Carthage is that it constantly pushes you outside of your comfort zone.
At Carthage College, we will push you to dive deep, to channel your curiosity, and excel in your chosen field.
It's been like an individual journey through collaborative effort. And so overall, this has been my college experience, but so many people that I've met have been supportive along the way, and they're all looking out for you. So that's really why it feels like a family.
As you ignite your true potential and start asking the hard questions, you'll find that the answers are just the beginning. That's the moment your purpose comes into view.
We are really able to get great one-on-one action with our professors. So you can't hide in your classroom. You're always actively participating.
You'll get recommended for things that you might not have ever been interested in before, and you end up realizing that that might be your passion.
Everyone here is just so nice, so welcoming. It's really easy to make friends here at Carthage. The biggest change was going from student to young business professional.
I love Carthage.
It's definitely the people.
Living on the lake is amazing.
I feel very prepared for my future.
Ended up surpassing my expectations.
Some things you just need to see for yourself. Come take a closer look at Carthage College.
All right, and we are now hanging out with two of the men who have been locking it down here for the Firebirds. On my right, we got Petey, and on my left, we got Tanner, and these guys have been showing up and showing out. And, just the overall performance you guys were showing, I mean, Petey, what was going through your head in those first, few games? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, we just caught a lot of really strong momentum and realized fast that with rotations at least that we could be a little quicker than this team and just try to take advantage of that as much as we could.
I mean, in one of those games alone, you had literally over 1,000 points. That was honestly ridiculous. I was on the edge of my seat. You were just roaring. You were all over the place. I literally thought that there was two PDs on the field. How did you find a way? Did you actually or did you not actually? I need confirmation. Did you actually or not? Did you clone yourself?
No clone.
There's no clone. There's not a second PD on that field. Are you lying to me?
It's all skill, but a lot of it has to do with just our comms as a team has been phenomenal lately. Our chemistry, just as far as moving the ball up and down the field, wherever we're in a struggle, whenever we're out of a struggle, it's been great. So today was really easy for me to capitalize on a lot of open nets.
I mean, and even then, you guys have a phenomenal freshman in Nyrome. I mean, he joined my tournament the one time, and he really showed up. And I told you, I was like, I need to talk to him regardless of his win or loss. He's definitely been doing a great job this year. You've been a great team captain. I mean, not one, not two, but 3 teams in the Nationals. That's got to be something for you. How does that make you feel?
It's definitely unreal. It's especially the fact that it is our inaugural season. A huge thing is everyone that's a part of Rocket League Esports was not recruited. This is just people that happen to be on campus and found interest in it. So it's been honestly surreal.
And what's even more cooler is not only is he the team captain, he also does casting. And not only does he does casting, but so does Tanner. And these guys have been really doing a great job. Tanner, you flare, man.
Wow.
I literally, that last game, I 100%, I'm not lying to you people when I say I do have a heart condition. That's not a lie. My heart literally, I thought it stopped for a second. And my condition actually makes my heart beat fast. So you made the opposite of that happen. Right. So what happened? You were just showing up and showcasing.
Ultimately, I got to give full credit to my teams. They're able to keep me calm throughout all of it. Dwizen coming in, usually he plays more of a substitution role. We decided to start him today, and I mean, story shows for itself. He was absolutely peaking today. Weathens, Petey's over here. Weathens came up with a great strategy toward the end of that last match, and clearly it got us through. Super excited to be in the Elite Eight. It's phenomenal right now. Surreal.
Do you feel that Weathens kind of being in nationals and stuff for volleyball and stuff that plays into his just being calm and patient in those moments?
100,000,000%. That dude, we could be we're down 3-0 in the finals of a huge tournament, and he's ice in the veins, frankly. And I think we all had ice with us today. Big part of it. He kept us in this today. It's going to keep us going through the rest of it, and I'm excited for it all.
Definitely. And I guess one of the last questions I just want to ask for you is, do you feel, and I guess it's something I could ask both of you, and I'll ask you both independently, but do you feel that as being a caster, it helps play out in your performance in the way that you kind of control the atmosphere of the game, how you kind of get your players into position, rotations, all that? Do you guys feel that as a caster kind of helps aid in that mentality?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think so. I mean, being a caster, you're just watching some great Rocket League all the time. So you're constantly able to see different strategies that are being used. Then you can take notes on them, employ them in your own. And it kind of gives you a much better feel than when you're actually in the game and focused. So it kind of gives you a little help into being able to identify things while you're in the game. And overall, I think it really helps.
How about you, Petey? What do you think about it?
Yeah, actually kind of along the similar lines of Flair in regards of as being a caster, you're forced to kind of be super observant of the field and really be aware of what everyone's doing. So I guess something that I've grown to be a little bit more accustomed to is just recognizing different errors within players that are not even near me on the field, and I'll be able to call it out. If someone misses boost in the corner, I'll notice that or something like that. And I think little things like that have been
so you think
key points.
A combination of situational awareness and just being more vocal about things?
Yeah, definitely being more vocal. I mean, I can change my team's mindset in a game, very quickly. If I notice that we're getting a little lackluster or just overly confident in the fact that we're going up for stuff we shouldn't be, it's very easy to kind of tone that down.
Definitely. And like I said in a bunch of those matchups, it didn't seem like there was overcommits. You guys were pretty steady, pretty smooth on pretty much everything you guys were doing. Team A, Team B, Team C. And speaking of Team B, in roughly about 10 or 15 minutes, we'll be hopping on over to Firebirds Team B, taking on, who are they playing in this matchup?
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista. So we'll see what happens there. We'll be back just shortly, and if they win, they will be joining the Elite Eight.
Yes.
Man, that is something. So Firebirds, let us just say one time thank you to you guys for showing out, showcasing. You guys indeed do have ice in your veins, and I'm sure that Trix would be proud of you guys and everything that you guys are putting forth. And I mean, I'm extremely proud just being a representative of Racine, being heavily involved with esports. I think you guys are a great representation as an organization, as a team, as players. You guys showcase a great mentality. When you guys are casting, you guys do a great job at giving great information. The bearded man over there as well also does a fantastic job. You guys have a very good core team in place, and I am extremely excited to see where things go for years to come. And I am extremely excited to be continuing to point players in your direction. So we'll be back with you guys just shortly. Thank you very much for tuning on in and being a part of this, and we'll be back.